Get lost in your own subtle mysteries as yet another draft becomes part of your history. Friday night might be spent narcissistically, but lip sweet flavors divert attention blissfully. Another kiss and I'm back where I ought to be, propping up the bar, gorgeous female creature next to me. Herds of laughing words raise my cheeks, bumping necessity. This recipe requires a crisp 200 for our revelry. That's when the news hit, innocent tip but let slip from your loose lips. I felt the earth tip, instant cooling of the blindfold between my hips. How could you have been here just the night before, when you swore at your mates watching wickets fall, while we were chasing you were scoring far from the white ball. Jaw clenched, I feel anger sore. Now you've escaped from your eyes with every breath emphasized. I'm saying, hey girl, it's easy to talk about love when you haven't loved helplessly. You're glad my face, see all your sins are erased. I'm saying, hey girl, tell me to lie in your arms, but your heart's gonna strangle me. The next fine Thursday finds us out at Melville Store again. Me and my girl slide inside to take the fruits from the rain, knocking bells down the drain, applying ice to the pain. But the cancer remains and where trust has been made. Watching your fingers flick, filters adding links to the chain. The ashtray, a towering monument to shame. Come on, get over this, I think returning focus to my drink. I'll shake up the crooked stink, pull it all back from the brink. But that's when the bomb dropped from a guilty brow, sweaty beads of truth barely flopped straight down into her whiskey shot, choosing alcohol over a roll in the States. But you claim to have arranged to spend the night with your mother, but I know she's in the cave visiting your gay brother. It's another lie, why do you consistently rely on my mind being blind to the proof? Now you've escaped from your eyes with every breath emphasized. I'm saying, hey girl, it's easy to talk about love when you haven't loved helplessly. You're blood on my face, see all your sins are erased. I'm saying, hey girl, tell me to lie in your arms, but your heart's gonna strangle me. Walking by, stirring in the cage, gentlemen down to risk of creeping, slowly rolling over my spine. Running every time around the road, turning girls, turning, tension burning. I am turning into your headlights. Now you've escaped from your eyes with every breath emphasized. I'm saying, hey girl, it's easy to talk about love when you haven't loved helplessly. You're blood on my face, see all your sins are erased. I'm saying, hey girl, tell me to lie in your arms, but your heart's gonna strangle me. Escape from your eyes with every breath emphasized. I'm saying, hey girl, it's easy to talk about love when you haven't loved helplessly. You're blood on my face, see all your sins are erased. I'm saying, hey girl, tell me to lie in your arms, but your heart's gonna strangle me. Wheeling down these corridors of tar, carbon pupils really stray. I avert my eyes from advertising cause it sets my gorge rising. Can't afford what they're selling anyway. The newspapers or even worse, they paint the nation in the hearse and charge maulers for being into the casket. Politicians at the masthead, pepper the deck with lead, serving toward the metaphor, almost run through red. Some things never change, they simply alter their appearance. Staying positive becomes a question of endurance. Actions are defended with mercurial passion. Seems as if the truth is always subject to fashion trends. Round the clock there's no stop to the city's rhythms. Every little ripple sends a wave through the box of living. So I push up the volume to mask my indecision. Headphones to find my headspace. Now you can take to the streets bearing loaded petitions, trying to canvass my vote, but I'm not really listening. Come and knock on my door, then you won't get an answer, cause I'm no warrior, I'm just a late night dancer, yeah. Late night dancing's not idle prancing, it's an expression of disassociation. Granted for most it comes with the dose of chemically assisted elation. And we're not rattled by the dark load shedded from zone to zone. It's always been all part of the party, now there's just none in the home. Traversing the suburbs, poster board jump out and hit me. Wielding exclamation marks, they lay into my sanity. Fingers fondle dials, fumbling for isolation. Music realigns the mind and channel all frustrations out. Round the clock there's no stop to the city's rhythms. Every little ripple sends a wave through the box I live in. So push up the volume to mask my indecision. Headphones define my headspace. Now you can take to the streets, bearing loaded petitions, trying to canvas my vote, but I'm not really listening. Come and knock on my door, man, you won't get an answer, 'cause I'm no warrior, I'm just a late night dancer, yeah. Puppet show with self-righteous swaggers at the dance of the day. This not to be confused with what we do. Our elegant moves will not cost you. This self-indulgence is conducted entirely at our own personal expense. We're so numb to reality we won't even challenge you for your seat on the fence. Now you can take to the streets, bearing loaded petitions, trying to canvas my vote, but I'm not really listening. Come and knock on my door, man, you won't get an answer, 'cause I'm no warrior, I'm just a late night dancer. You can take to the streets, bearing loaded petitions, trying to canvas my vote, but I'm not really listening. Come and knock on my door, man, you won't get an answer, 'cause I'm no warrior, I'm just a late night dancer, yeah. Those butterflies fly by in the February sky. Take wing and run rings. Once run wings tire. Try another dimension for tension prevention. Drop guard and close eyes. Feel your terror subside. We touch sides at some point. Stop hogging that joint. The breeze blows free on my tan natures. Extract the fan keeps us below the radar. Not at the back of SAP cars that charge past. Sirens flaring limply as the heat blasts. We like to chill and get grilled in the blue sky, sun-dried, big wide open space. That's where our fears are erased. Come work it out, mess about to discount daily grind. 'Cause when the hours turn to days, we need the blue sky, sun-dried, big wide open space. Make your escape from the race, come leave it all behind. Lapping a heavenly ground with waves of bristling sound. Come the hazard sign bees as they bustle around. Humming humdrum anthems for harmonious hearts. The flowers enticing with their parts, such botanical tarts. Every city needs these places. Tranquil lungs, green saving graces. A sheltering gap in between the scales of the beast. Too high up on its back for industrial claws to reach. We like to chill and get grilled in the blue sky, sun-dried, big wide open space. That's where our fears are erased. Come work it out, mess about to discount daily grind. 'Cause when the hours turn to days, we need the blue sky, sun-dried, big wide open space. Make your escape from the race, come leave it all behind. And I try to find the space, breathe, and I try to find the space, and I try to find the space. So to escape the rat race with mercurial grace, you've got to pull the middle finger on life's blistering pace. Stop chasing your tail, take a break from the trail. It's assault to your youth, more powerful than the grail. Now as the sun summits its zenith, my eyelids slide together, hard light as a feather floats high on simple pleasures. Take a break but leave the Kit Kat, it's just gonna make you fat. Kick your worries in the face, find a big wide open space. We like to chill and get grooved in the blue sky, sun-dried, big wide open space. That's where I feel fears are erased. Come work it out, mess about to discount daily grind. Cause when the hours turn to days beneath the blue sky, sun bright, big wide open space, make no escape from the race. Come leave it all behind. We like to chill and get grilled in the blue sky, sun bright, big wide open space. That's where our fears are erased. Come work it out, mess about to discount daily grind. Cause when the hours turn to days beneath the blue sky, sun bright, big wide open space, make no escape from the race. Come leave it all behind. Light fingers, taps and arches across exposed skin, jacking up my leaden eyelids and sliding right in. Retina reel and explode with the solar overload, dragging consciousness screaming from my bruised frontal lobe into a world tinged with regret, the aftertaste of excess. Twisted cans and shaking hand and teabag bags and roll rounds, half-baked plans and sweat glands in perpetual flow. I turn and lean into oblivion, pray for darkness to close. What you gonna do for pain when you feel a little heartache? How you gonna regulate? Vacuum so cleaner with violence and meaner. You've got to read between the lines when you're reaching for a clean slate. Sometimes it pays to medicate. Vacuum so cleaner with violence and meaner. I try to hide my brain away, but I know it's too late. Seems some lunar demon surgeon dropped by to operate, inserting spiny strands of hangover crisscrossing my skull. Every movement tears a fresh rent to the cranial cell. It's a lie to think that I'm gonna fly when this high rise snap. Not viable to rely on pulls to drag me out of the cracks. In filthy floors between grey walls deep beneath the mine dumps, hear the city siren song screaming through and triumph. What you gonna do for pain when you feel a little heartache? How you gonna regulate? So clear with violence and meaner. You've got to read between the lines when you're reaching for a clean slate. Sometimes it pays to medicate. Vacuum so cleaner with violence and meaner. Slow down, it's nearly 4 a.m. on sandy shores. Your head spins like a matador, man. In this town, you're just a sponge of insecurities that come to the top with a city squeeze. Watching daylight, assault to makeup on grumbling facades, till the grind ends like mascara marks on these streets lined with concrete teeth, pock-marked and cavities. Only night can run sweet remedy. What you gonna do for pain when you feel a little heartache? How you gonna regulate? Vacuum so cleaner with violence and meaner. You've got to read between the lines when you're reaching for a clean slate. Sometimes it pays to medicate. Vacuum so cleaner with violence and meaner. What you gonna do, yeah? Vacuum so cleaner with violence and meaner. What you gonna do, yeah? Vacuum so cleaner with violence and meaner. What you gonna do for pain when you feel a little heartache? You passed me the last straw, said you didn't think you could do it anymore. I frowned, are you sure? Cause right now I've got a snowballing itch that's not gonna be cured by the usual 6 pack of amber fluids where other plans had been brewed. But you were being wise and I knew it. So arm in arm we trek back through the mud, coming up to the center of the floodlit festival, knowing the best was still to arise. As first light made its move in the skies, and shouts and laughter became moans and sighs, we stepped on pathways bent to turn circles in my tent. Oh, sacrificial lamb, wherever you stand, please know you'll always be part of me. Bittersweet chemicals cannot be washed from my sheets. Your blood has entered these arteries. From my balcony, the city seems a glowing tapestry of cold light, into which your carelessly held cigarette burns and bites. Smoldering holes in the woven glow, without a word you end its life in the ashtray below. I flow to my feet, our bodies gently meet. Fingertips greet a sketch pad of skin, where another lover committed unforgivable sins. With his needles and ink, long before she could legally drink. The stink is on me too, I'm just another face in the lineup, it's true. All men who've taken without giving, sucking love out of the living. Oh, sacrificial lamb, wherever you stand, please know you'll always be part of me. Bittersweet chemicals cannot be washed from my sheets. Your blood has entered these arteries. Opened my mouth for the truth, but the lies were the first thing that moved. I tried to suck them back again, but their wings were too strong. I watched them crawl into your ears and relieve all your reasonable fears. Reach out to grab hold of their tails, but the damage was done, yeah. Oh, sacrificial lamb, wherever you stand, please know you'll always be part of me. Bittersweet chemicals cannot be washed from my sheets. Your blood has entered these arteries. Oh, sacrificial lamb, wherever you stand, please know you'll always be part of me. Bittersweet chemicals cannot be washed from my sheets. Sunday's creepy, weeping pessimism is a creature of leisure, conducting post-mortems of the universe with particular pleasure. I've tried to borrow it from my flat, but it's too clever for that. Wrapped up in newspaper pages, it rages across the welcome mat or masquerades as clear fact and hangs out on the lamppost. Slipping in through the car window, this parasite's found a host. An easy path to my couch where it will deepen my slouch, leech all positivity from the environment until I'm checking out all the visa requirements. Keep your hands on my eyes, 'cause if this plane goes down, it's a long way to the ground. Fill my ears with your sighs before the panic breaks loose. I'm a man with no parachute. So in an act of refuge, I forge a world without news. Your glorious curves form the axis around which it moves. Sweet smiles and beers make up the atmosphere, keeping the air clear, denying negative fear. The dank red conditions it needs prepare, but still the deepest recesses of my brain, where paranoia is maintained, remain infected with the optimist vein. Bulging black cocoons hanging in the mental gloom, start crumbling when you leave the room. Depression's moth submerging clouds of doom. Keep your hands on my eyes, 'cause if this plane goes down, it's a long way to the ground. Fill my ears with your sighs before the panic breaks loose. I'm a man with no parachute. Keep your hands on my eyes, 'cause if this plane goes down, it's a long way to the ground. Fill my ears with your sighs before the panic breaks loose. I'm a man with no parachute. with just 3 fingers on the wheel. I'll guide this rusting hulk of steel, scream through the ratios till 5, and slide my hand onto your thigh. The felt explodes outside the door, so dry it burns you to the core. Daydreams contoured, right and entwined, crashing headlong into mine. Yeah, some of us have to be strong, some of us have to be dreamtime soldiers. I don't wanna wait too long, I don't wanna wake up bleeding, reeling. Some of us may not last long, choosing to bruise or be lost forever. I don't wanna wait that long, I don't wanna wake up choosing losing time. Towering stages and bright lights, empty clubs on weekend nights. We raise a bottle for the pain, swallow hard and don't complain, working those weekends to the core to keep the voices off the floor. You'd light a cigarette and sigh, look everywhere but in my eyes. Yeah, some of us have to be strong, some of us have to be dreamtime soldiers. I don't wanna wait too long, I don't wanna wake up bleeding, reeling. Some of us may not last long, choosing to bruise or be lost forever. I don't wanna wait that long, I don't wanna wake up choosing losing time. Dodging digits as I run across the surface of the clock, sweeping hands to duck and dive. Each second I gain brings a minute of pain. Won't you help me to unwind, escape these cogs and wheels that grind, from dusty dawn to bleeding dust, in the city without pity, never letting up. Some of us have to be strong, some of us have to be dreamtime soldiers. I don't wanna wait too long, I don't wanna wake up bleeding, reeling. Some of us may not last long, choosing to bruise or be lost forever. I don't wanna wait that long, I don't wanna wake up choosing losing time. At the turn of the century, the skies were set ablaze by our Savior's re-entry, as God sent His Son down to earth, saying, boy, it's time you got back to work. Touching down in the city of sirens, He went looking for a job, but nobody was hiring, as hunger slid its hands round His throat. Peace and love packed up their bags and reloads. In a suit on the 7th floor, Satan preaches to the board, keeping the prophets lining up. It's always useful to moralize from their conditioned paradise. The apple is never large enough. Jesus squatted down on a pavement in Hillbrow, ring of thorns replaced with a razor wire crown. The guilty rolling past where he scouts in SUVs that they filled up with their boat. Anger surged through his frame with its hot flow, picking up a half brick. He destroyed a car window and grabbed a wallet from its place on the seat, saying, forgive me, Father, but tonight I must eat. In a suit on the 7th floor, Satan reaches to the board, keeping the prophets lining up. It's always useful to moralize from their conditioned paradise. The apple is never large enough. In a suit on the 7th floor, Satan reaches to the board, keeping the prophets lining up. It's always useful to moralize from their conditioned paradise. The apple is never large enough. Around the corner from the scene, 2 constables lick their fingers clean of force and beats till their grooming rights were surpassed by the screaming of the middle class, and breaking got all attention the traffic lights and where the Lord is right. Peering down from his steel and glass towers, Satan saw a chance for an increase in power and secured the full weight of the law by a series of transfers and phone calls. When Jesus pleaded guilty at his court appearance, the magistrate decried him with gleeful vehemence, since he seemed to show no sign of remorse. The maximum sentence is my only recourse. In a suit on the 7th floor, Satan reaches to the board, keeping the prophets lining up. It's always useful to moral life from air-conditioned paradise. The apple is never large enough. In a suit on the 7th floor, Satan reaches to the board, keeping the prophets lining up. It's always useful to moral life from air-conditioned paradise. The apple is never large enough. The week's rough lines fade behind, trying times slip out of our minds. We find ourselves out past 2 mills, all hell's breaking loose a long night on the juice. I say, either it's go home now, we'll see this thing out the only way we know how. You just smile, you've been mulling it over for a while. Quick fingers on your phone, flick to contacts and dial. Blood is the receiver, I feel lighter, rhythmic breather. It's a bolt, heightening our perception. Let the lights in from all directions. Raise the walls, tenderness surrounds. Feel your love, lift me off the ground. Tie my soul directly to your hands. Pull the strings just to watch me dance. Stealth games, idling in the January rain, winding on my window and asking for names. A short, sharp interchange, flawless exchange. Change up the first, move the gear out in a burst of adrenaline, appropriate to the state we're in. Skating on the nights, but grins soon rise to the surface. The night is filled with purpose, full throttle to the spot. Hesitation is worthless. Blood is the receiver, I feel lighter, rhythmic breather. It's a bolt, heightening our perception. Let the lights in from all directions. Raise the walls, tenderness surrounds. Feel your love, lift me off the ground. Tie my soul directly to your hands. Pull the strings just to watch me dance. Ranting water in a sea of faces, falling in love with the strangest graces. Fingers, crazy lasers in my eyes. You're the man, but I know you know that this is not the time for emotional chit-chat. No verbal backslaps, the speakers rap that burying bass up against my spine. In a life of parasite, I invite into wine. Hard calls around these limbs. It's rhythmic whims on the drive for my every motion. Performing my monster with complete devotion. Lids roll down, raise the walls, tenderness surrounds. Feel your love, lift me off the ground. Tie my soul directly to your hands. Pull the strings just to watch me dance. Raise the walls, tenderness surrounds. Feel your love, lift me off the ground. Tie my soul directly to your hands. Pull the strings just to watch me dance. Sundays made for skimming stones, casting ripples through reflection and offloading the world. Watch the water winding over your hands as they
pull pebbles from out of the sand. Downstream I embrace the day, knowing all its flowing graces could be subject to change. Pick a winner from the edge of your palm and send it reeling off underarm, until something I said starts to loop in your head and the volume can't be whittled down. Every turn of the phrase adds a wall to the maze and another story on your frown, because the needle is stuck and it's carving a ride round the edges of your sanity, an impossible moat in which logic won't float and your mind sinks dangerously. And so you yearn to soar off with the birds, but your soul is bound to this human form and paralyzed by words. Your orchestra brings back that old refrain to remind how you're glued to a spinning world that'll bring you round again. Yeah. Easily when you're swinging from your brain's road chemistry, and the roller coaster never stops. You're either plummeting or surging back up. This bright morning could suddenly fade right back into the shackles of life's callous parade, till your spirit's under chain and lock, swinging hammers at imaginary rocks. All the mistakes that you made come wielding a blade to assault form of serenity. Your eyes solidify and start searching the sky for escape from cold reality. Brutal frost starts to climb up the rungs of your spine as its fingers grope for tortured minds, till the world turns grey and all beauty decays. Frayed hearts beat colorblind, yeah. And so you yearn to soar off with the birds, but your soul is bound to this human form and paralyzed by words. Brings back that old refrain to remind how you're glued to a spinning world that'll bring you round again, again. And so you yearn to soar off with the birds, but your soul is bound to this human form and paralyzed by words. Your orchestra brings back that old refrain to remind how you're glued to a spinning world that'll bring you round again. Just another man's pawn, shuffled from square to square in a system devoid of care. But when the night falls, you might find space to maneuver, to advance across life's board and return your own ruler. And sure, moon is the evil axis on which the planet rotates, but it's by no means the only factor that should stand to motivate your own confident scheming to build a world from your dreaming and beam up out of the confines of others' limited minds. You've got to bet on yourself, it's the only way. Slide the chips over your name and step into the fray. All of life is a gamble, just a series of plays, so keep hustling till your dying day. So when your cards are dealt, hold them up tight and near, unless you're carving battle lines, which is a dangerous idea, because the drugs don't work. They'll only make you hurt and shorten your stride, leave you lagging far behind the rest of the race. Everyone's out on the track vying for first place, or in the parking lot spraying one another in the face with cans of mace. The pace is relentless, so harness your dementia. Ignore all the conventions, don't become someone else's engine. You've got to bet on yourself, it's the only way. Slide the chips over your name and step into the fray. All of life is a gamble, just a series
Cause once you've been bitten by this approach to life, the venom's simply too strong, it courses thickly along the passageways to your heart, until its walls become marked by their fresh pumping beats, uplifting rhythm unique to your own brand of elation. So enjoy the celebration, but just remember that complacency's always searching for martyrs. You don't want to end up hungover further back than you started.
You gotta bend